We all have certain games that are dear to us. Some of these games aren't the most deep or complex game, and some of them may not be technical masterpieces, but we love them. A game doesn't have to be really intricate for you to love it. It can be a dumb, silly, fun game and just a guilty pleasure. Some of them are good and some of them are bad. One of my guilty pleasure games is Postal 2, and I consider this a good game. I've been playing this off and on for years. I pirated it way before I started a YouTube channel. I bought it on Steam and GOG and put many hours in it. It's a great stress reliever. It's a game where I can just have fun and laugh at how absurd it is without having to think or do anything. I can just turn the game on and just start killing people and piss on myself when I'm on fire and piss on other people. Stuff like that. It's just really insane. I already reviewed Postal 2, but for those that don't know, Postal 2 is all about the fucked up adventures of a man named Postal Dude. And you go into a small snippet of his life, and it's just complete chaos. But what I like about Postal 2 the most is that it pokes fun at everyone. Overdramatic soccer moms that blame video games for violence, jihadis, rednecks, and more. It's a pretty violent game. You can kill anyone, piss on people, set them on fire, blow them up, go into a marching band and just destroy them. It's just a crazy game, and you can actually stick a cat at the end of your gun like it's a silencer. And that's the beauty of it. Postal 2 is not a technical masterpiece. It's not a masterpiece in storytelling. It doesn't have to be. It's just a fun game about a sarcastic man that doesn't take himself seriously, going postal and getting himself into some really wacky, absurd situations, including watching Gary Coleman get into a shootout. That's right, Gary fucking Coleman. Postal 2 has provided plenty hours of mayhem, lunacy, and just dumb fun. And I'm still playing it, and I will be for years to come. Back in 2015, the developers released an expansion pack called Paradise Lost. I enjoyed it and I recommend it if you like Postal 2 and you haven't already played it. And they remade the first Postal game, but I've always wondered, where is the true sequel to Postal 2? It's been 15 years. It's 2018, the game came out in 2003, and we still haven't received the true sequel to Postal 2. There was Postal 3, and it did come out in 2011, and it has the number 3 in it, but let's just say I'm not a fan of that game, to say the least. It's fucking garbage, and even the developers admit it wasn't what they wanted it to be, probably due to them depending on another developer to make their vision a reality, and that said developer butchering it to hell. The less said the better. I'll probably review Postal 3 and rage sometime in the future, but that's not what this video is about. I was thinking about it earlier, and now is the perfect time for Postal 4, and it has to be done right. If it ever comes out and it's a good game, I will buy it for sure, no doubt about it. Postal 2 wasn't a serious game. As I said before, it pokes fun at many groups. I remember going to the Running with Scissors studio in the game and seeing a bunch of soccer moms protesting against video game violence, only for them to get violent themselves and try to kill everyone in the building. And that's the main thing that Postal 2 got right. Black comedy. And this was back in 2003. Think about all the material they have for Postal 4. Social media has gotten really popular. YouTube is the biggest video sharing site in the world. We see all types of groups that are ready to be made fun of and ready to be parodied. This is the perfect time for Running with Scissors to strike. Think about it. All the stuff that happens on social media. All these new groups that pop up. So much material to work with, and I'm talking about everyone. It doesn't matter. No favorites. I don't play any favorites. I think everyone should be made fun of. Every group should have their chance in the sunlight to get made fun of course. Doesn't matter. Left wing, center, right wing, SJWs, furries, emos, alt-right, race warriors, skeptics, more, the Chan websites, atheists, religious nuts, you name it, all of them are ready to be made fun of and to look a fool. In a sarcastic and fun way. Because I see this shit on Twitter all the time, especially with politics. So many goofy motherfuckers, and this is the perfect opportunity to make Postal 4. Just imagine Postal Dude going through an area and running into some retarded alt-right guy bitching at him because he fucked a black chick or something, and bitching at him to have white kids and to fight back against anti-white propaganda that's all around us. Or imagine how Postal Dude would react to another idiot, like some chick that runs up to him and calls him a racist, sexist, anti-woman pig and you're white, you should feel guilty, and tells him he should be castrated. Now for those of you that don't know about Postal Dude, I'm going to tell you how he would react. He would probably set them on fire, piss on them, and tell them to fuck off. And probably shoot them with an AR with a cat attached to it. Or probably blow them up. Or chop them up with a machete. Or just play with them by letting matchsticks on them and pretending he's going to set them on fire. And making them fear for their lives before he actually kills them. But in a black comedy way, a funny way, and probably with a sarcastic one-liner. And that's one of the main reasons why Postal fans like myself love the Postal Dude. He doesn't take himself seriously. Unlike Hatred. Hatred is a game that came out recently or a couple of years ago, I forgot. And they compared it to Postal, but I think Hatred is a garbage game. I didn't even enjoy it. It came off as the character was trying too hard, like his girlfriend dumped him, so he wanted to kill everyone in the world. And it wasn't even black comedy or wasn't even enjoyable. Even for what it was trying to be, I didn't like it. They shouldn't compare it to Postal because it's nothing like Postal 2. The main character in Hatred reminds me of some fucking Chan guy that goes on all these websites or on Twitter and argues with people and he got pissed off at the world because his girlfriend dumped him or some shit like that. Wasn't even good. Nothing like Postal 2. Doesn't have the charm or just any goofy shit like that, so I didn't like it. One thing that is missing in the gaming industry is poking fun at everyone or as many groups as possible. A lot of people try to fit into certain groups and go to extremes and try to act like the other is the enemy. And this doesn't even have to be about politics. It could be a bunch of weebs or a bunch of gamers in certain cliques or whatever. They like certain types of games or whatever. Or they could be like people that act like SJWs and they want to call everyone sexist or misogynist or whatever the fuck. Or people that try to be hardcore anti-SJWs and if you disagree with them, you're a soy boy, you're a beta, you're not a real man like that person is because his fucking ancestors were Vikings or some bullshit like that. I've seen it all on Twitter. Whether it's politics or just goofy fucks in the gaming industry or certain groups within entertainment. We need someone to come up and a game to come up to mock as many of these groups as possible. And Postal 4 is that game that we need. Running with Scissors, if you listen to this, I hope you're developing Postal 4, and if you do, try to poke fun at as many groups as possible. Hey, I'll even give you an idea for a character. It could be someone like me. A really gay motherfucker that loves yaoi and loves cross-dressers. I guess you can call them femme guys or traps or whatever. And he's a character that runs around. He's got an apartment full of yaoi posters and he looks up a lot of gay porn. And when the Postal Dude meets this character, he sets him on fire and calls him a flamer. I'm secure with myself. I don't have major problems with insecurity anymore. So if you want to put a character like that in the game, I'll voice him. Hit me up if you want to do that, Running with Scissors. Thank you for watching the video. Let me know what you think about this. If you want to, leave a comment. Have a great day. And here's a little tip. If somehow you get set on fire, try pissing on yourself. Postal 2 told me it worked. Once again, have a great day.